Christian Sendon Cordero is a renowned Bicolano writer, poet, and scholar. He is known for his contributions to Bicolano literature and his efforts to preserve and promote the Bicolano language and culture. And did you know that Christian Cordero has received numerous awards and recognition for his literary works, including the Palanca Award, which is the highest literary award in the Philippines. He has also been recognized for his literary works in promoting Bicolano language and culture on it. Cordero has published several collections of poetry, short stories, and essays, including Mga Tula sa Panahon ng Pandemya, a poems in the time of pandemic, and Mga Kwento ng Pag-ibig at Pag-asa, which about the story of love and hope. And one of his work entitled Mga Tula sa Panahon ng Pandemya is a collection of poems that reflects Cordero's observations and experience during the COVID-19 pandemic. The poems explores themes of resilience, hope, and the human condition in the face of adversity.
Now we're taking a closer look at Abdon M. Balde, a celebrated Bicolano writer, poet, and educator. Let's dive into his amazing contribution to Bicolano literature and education. Valdez is not just a writer. He's a Palanca Award-winning author who had made a significant impact on Bicolano literature. His books are filled with stories and poems that reflect the rich culture of the Bicol region. Mga Tula ng Pag-asa is one of his prominent works. This collection of poems explores the themes of hope, resilience, and the power of the human spirit. Balde believes that education and literacy can transform lives, and you can feel that passion in his poetry. Balde's work is deeply connected to the Bicol region. He draws inspiration from its people, traditions, and landscape. His stories and poems are a beautiful reflection of the Bicolana experience. Beyond his literary achievements, Balde is a dedicated educator. He's been recognized for his efforts in promoting education and literacy in Bicol. His work in the classroom is as impactful as his work on the page. Now, if you're interested in exploring the vibrant world of Bicolano literature, Abdon M. Balde's books are a great place to start. His stories and poems offer a unique perspective and a lot of a heart.
Now, I want to introduce Pedro Bocanig. Live in Ilocos. Description: Pedro Bocanig was a 16th century Ilocano writer, linguist, and scholar. He is known for his contribution to the development of the Ilocano language and literature. Achievements: Bocanig is credited with creating the first Ilocano alphabet and grammar, which laid the foundation for the standardization of the Ilocano language. He also translated religious texts into Ilocano, making them accessible to the local population. Literary works: Bocanig most notable works in the translation of the Doctrina Christina a Catechism, written in Spanish, into Ilocano. This work is considered a significant contribution to the preservation and development of the Ilocano language. One of his works, the Doctrina Christina, is a catechism that was originally written in Spanish and later translated into Ilocano by Bocanig. The work is significant because it helped to establish the Ilocano language as a written language and contributed the spread of Christianity into the Ilocano region.
His notable work is significant because it helped to establish the Ilocano language as a written language and contributed to the spread of Christianity in the Ilocos region.
Isabelo de los Reyes was a Filipino writer, historian, and labor activist from Vigan City. He is known for his contribution to the study of Philippines folklore and his role in the labor movement in the Philippines. De los Reyes was a prolific writer and published numerous works on Philippines folklore, history, and labor issues. He was also a prominent figure in the labor movement and played a key role in the establishment of the first labor union in the Philippines. Mr. De los Reyes' most notable work is El Folklore Filipino, which is considered a seminal work in the study of Philippine folklore and mythology.
El Folklore Filipino is a comprehensive collection of Philippine folk tales, including myths, legends, and folk tales. The work is significant because it helps to preserve and document the rich cultural heritage of the Philippines, and it has been an important research for scholars and researchers studying Philippine folktale and mythology.
And now let's talk about Juan Crisostomo Soto. Juan Crisostomo Soto is a Filipino prominent playwright, composer, and also a journalist who lived during the late 19th century, and Juan Crisostomo Soto is also known as the father of Pampanga literature. He is widely regarded as one of the pioneers of Philippine theater and musical. He was born in January 27, 1867 in Santa Ines, Bacolor, Pampanga. Now let's go to Crisostomo Soto's achievements. According to July-August 20, 2023, some of his achievements as Soto is celebrated as the father of Pampanga literature for his pioneering role in developing and professionalizing Philippine theater and musical. During the late Spanish colonial period, he wrote zarzuelas with his work Alang Diyos, then that is being his most famous and acclaimed production. Now let's go to Juan Crisostomo Soto's literary works. Soto penned a diverse range of literary works, including lyrical poems, historical dramas, humorous plays, philosophical essays, and zarzuelas. One of his literary works, and what is it all about? One of his literary works is Alang Diyos. This is Soto's most renowned work. Alang Diyos or There Is No God was a hugely popular zarzuela that brought the playwright significant wealth and recognition. The play was performed at the Teatro Zavina in Manila. Alang Diyos was set in a small town of Filipino and explored themes of religious skepticism, social injustice, and the struggle between tradition and modernity. The play's protagonist is a young man named Crispin who questions the existence of God and the hypocrisy of the Catholic Church, leading to a conflict with the town's religious authorities. Um, that's all. Thank you for listening. God bless.